Guys, going to be installing a Klock Werks 12-inch windshield for the 2024 Street Glide today. Klock Werks just came out with these actually. I've been rocking the 10-inch dark smoke for, I don't know, 6 months? No, it's actually been like 9 months. Now, I love it. For me, it's great. But wanted to give the 12-inch a try just to see how it was. We never did do an install video on the windshield either. So we're gonna do an install on that. But like I said, this is the 12-inch. They just came out with this. It is, what's today's date? Middle of June. But they're pretty slick. They come in two different colors. You got dark smoke and tint. I went with the tint, and the reason I went with the tint is because the 10-inch and where I sit on my bike right now, the 12 would be basically in my eyesight line. So that's why I went with that, because it's a little bit lighter color. Like say, here's the 10-inch dark smoke. So just seeing through this would be a whole lot better. But yeah, 12-inch tint. I'm gonna put it on the 24 Street Glide today.
Bane here with Factory Match. We're just gonna kind of go through the stock windshield. We're kind of got some Klock Werks windshields that we're going to go through today, but I'm going to hop on the bike and just kind of give you a good visual of what the stock windshield is kind of like as you're sitting on it. Obviously it's something, but it's really not much compared to what the Klock Werks boys got. So yeah, this is just kind of, as I'm sitting on the bike, this is just be a visual. I mean, I can see pretty straight over it. So yeah, I'm gonna get a Klock Werks on and we'll show you a visual of that.
Removal of the stock windshield.
Yep.
D25, Torx 25. These top bolts, there's 4 of them, each corner. Take those out, very, very simple. Some of these bolts we're going to reuse, if I remember right here. And then Klock Werks will have their own. This is not a 2-man job either.
Just makes it easier.
Yeah, we just want the 2 pretty faces in here. We are both not single, for the ladies, by the way.
Happily taken here, guys.
Yeah. Happily married with 2 kids. Payne's happily married with no kids on the way, or some on the way.
No, not even close.
If Emma watches this, she'll be smiling so much.
She keeps teasing about it.
Literally lift it up. You got these 2 tabs here, slides right out. You got that?
Yep.
That's a stock one. Easy breezy. So now that we got the factory windshield off, we're gonna take these brackets, 1 on each side. I got a Torx 27 for these, and there is a left and a right. They're side oriented for the factory and for the Klock Werks ones. And when we get to the Klock Werks one, we'll show you on the back. So yeah, now we got those off. So this thing just kind of sits down in there, you'll see. That's all it is. Pop that off.
Those will be 25s.
These are 225. So you got one here, you got one here. So we have to use different brackets, but we have to utilize the factory deflector piece here. All right, give that to you, thank you.
Yep.
So, Klock Werks one, we'll go over next here. We'll throw that back on there just to keep there. Here we have this, the 12-inch Klock tint, and then here we have the factory. You can see the difference is very, very dramatic. When I first bought this bike, rode it to Klock Werks, I think right away. They're only like an hour down the road from us, but it was like a 40-degree day-ish, and I had like bubble head. I wear a full face helmet. My head was all over the place. The wind just hits straight there. Yeah, literally felt like a bobblehead. Went to Klock's. We put on a 10-inch dark smoke, which I've been rocking for quite a while, but you can see the difference there. Absolutely love it. They did not have the 12 out at the time. Now they do. So yeah, I don't even know what Harley considers this for height-wise. Probably like a 5 or a 6, I guess. But yeah, today we're gonna put the 12 on. They have a 6.5 inch, an 8-inch, a 10-inch, and now the 12-inch. And then they have the colored ones for the street guides as well. And those are 6.5 inch and then the 8-inch ones too. But like I said, big difference. We're gonna install this one now though. With the Klock Werks windshield, you will get the 2 brackets. These are the factory ones. We are not going to reuse those. They come with new ones. And then these covers that will go on the top of the windshield like that when you get it all installed. You got 4 bolts. Like I said, we will utilize some of the factory ones. Then you got step-by-step instructions from Klock Werks too. It goes into detail. They're great. We just wanted to do a video to give you a little better visual. But yeah, brackets, covers, bolts, windshield, instructions. So we have the brackets from Klock Werks for their windshield. These are side oriented. You got the R, obviously for right hand side. You got L for the left hand side. They also have alignment pins on them, which will align perfectly into there. So we'll put these on. These will use the factory bolts to go up there, which are the T27s. The one difference between these brackets and the factory is there's nothing up underneath that holds the bracket to this piece. It's just these 2 bolt down. I can look up torque specs, but I'm not a big torque spec guy. I go tight.
Tight is tight.
Not, I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to. Just tight. Don't crank on it. It's a little 1/4 inch ratchet, you know. Go until it doesn't go. So next, it'll be the windshield. That simply goes on just like the factory ones down there. Lines up perfect with the bolts. And then we'll have the 2 covers. They go on the top.
That's me. These are also side oriented. They'll have a little L or a little right inside of them.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a curvature to them. The other thing with these tabs is you'll notice the Klock Werks logo in there and then the right and the left. You're gonna want, when you put these on the bike, you're gonna want these forward facing and down. So wherever it says the side orientation, you want it on that bottom one. The reason for that, it just fits snugger up in there. Said I wasn't a big torque spec guy, but I did look. Klock's recommends these at 8-inch pounds, not foot pounds, inch pounds. This is all plastic, so you don't want to get too carried away. These bolts are also the ones that come in the kit from Klock Werks. They're going to be a little bit longer because of the bracketry and all that stuff, but yeah, 8-inch pounds. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how big of a difference that is. Klock's has the flare, that's what they call these. So you see the flares here, the flare up there, and the flare on the sides. It deflects the wind up, out, and around, so it doesn't hit you. I would say, so I've been rocking the 10 for a while. I love it. I'm like 5'7", wear a full face helmet. This is a 12, so this is gonna be more for your taller riders, probably, you know, 5'9" and up, yep. And whatnot. Or if you're just like slamming miles on this and
just don't want any wind or have really any trouble. I mean,
the 10 looks great. The smaller ones look great. This looks great too. It obviously has a little bit, this is, I would say, more purpose built.
Yep, more of a flare to it than the 10-inch. Yep.
but it's going to cut that wind and deflect that wind a whole lot better than the 10 or the 8 or the 6.5 or even
the factory
one, which is atrocious. So, yeah, made in America. Klock Werks, great. We have them on the website. Like I said, tints and dark smoke.
Yep.
So the way they measure these, as far as I remember, is you take that measurement down there, you see that 12-inch there, right? So 10 would obviously be right down there. And another measurement right on the top of the dash here to the top is going to be about 8 3/4-ish, just shy of 8 5/8. So yeah, I would have a buddy, your wife, whoever, neighbor, come out, help you. Sit on the bike, stick your arm out, do all that, instructions and whatnot, and see where that lines up. If you're a taller guy and you want this, and you still want that dark smoke, which is a little bit sexier,
yep,
if that's the right word, but your eyesight's over this, that's great. If you're a little shorter, like me, and want to see through it a little bit,
yep.
To me, tint's the way to go.
I'm going to give you a good visual of what it's going to look like with me sitting on the bike with it. If you kind of remember, the factory one was, I don't know, about yay tall. I will say I'm about 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot. I'd say this would be about perfect for me, for just height-wise and everything. The tint would be perfect just so that I could still see through it, just because I'm kind of sitting down more into the bike and everything. But if you kind of stick your hand out to where your eye level would be, if you're just kind of looking forward, I'm still like able to look above it, but having the tint is just a nice option to still be able to look through it when you're night riding. So yeah, just a good little visual of where you'd be sitting if you're around my height with a 12-inch windshield. So when you're done with your install, obviously you're going to have some fingerprints. We use some of Klock Werks, Klock Shine, however you want to call it. Just give it a nice little spritz on a towel, give her a good little wipe down, and she'll be brand new, ready for you to ride. Perfect.
Yeah, great windshield. But follow along, I'm gonna rock this windshield for a couple weeks, see how it goes, come back, we'll do a full review on it, give you
Just
honest opinion on it. So like, follow, subscribe, share, all that fun jazz.